Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and how are we? Hope you're either finishing work or on your home from work, or you're already at home. So, as we were seeing, it's all about the game last night: Liverpool versus West Ham in the quarterfinals of the EFL, or the Carabao Cup semi-final. Who was going to get to that semi-final spot? And as we saw, it wasn't West Ham. Just before we carry on, I just want to add on to this bit of news, which is good to see. Tom Lockyer has been sent home, which is great to hear. He's recovering and he's been fitted with the same device by the looks of it, just like Christian. I don't know what's his name. He's got the Man United player. So he's been fitted with an ICD, implantable cardioverter defibrillator device. So that's obviously hoping to make sure he doesn't have the same kind of reoccurrence, which has seen him kind of basically where he is now. So speedy recovery, Tom. Let's make sure that you take it easy, and no doubt if you're going to do anything, you're going to make the right decision. But if this device is going to help you, all being well and good. So good luck. Hope it all goes well. So yeah, the Hammers travelled up to Anfield last night and hoping to push on from their win from the weekend, but it wasn't to be. I mean, if you look at it, we knew obviously, everyone kind of probably understood that where Liverpool got that 0-0 draw with Man United, that someone was going to face them and probably get a backlash of it. And of course, it just happened to be us, the Hammers. So let's have a look first of all of what the sides were put out. As you can see, we went with basically 4-2-3-1 by looks of it, and leaving Bowen up top. And then you had Ben Rama and Kudos out on the wings with Alvarez, Fornals, and Suchek in the middle. And then just looking at the defence, you had Kufau, Mavropanos, Ogbonna, and Ben Johnson drafted in at left back, and Areola in goal. And it didn't take long for Liverpool getting to their stride. I mean, they came out on the ground running, basically. Looking at their team there, you had obviously Keller in goal. Hardly actually kind of apart from the Bowen guard, I don't think he had much else to do really. So when you look at it, you can see Adair, Van Dijk, Quensah, and then obviously Gomez out on the right, and then Sobolosky, and then Endo and Curtis Jones, and then you had Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, and Harvey Elliott. And Harvey Elliott, well, I mean, the man was on fire. He just had a hunger and desire, and we just couldn't live with it. And this is the reason why, if you look at the thumbnail and there, and asking that question, did Moyes get it right? Because clearly the tactics didn't work at all. Our defending was atrocious. All I'm seeing is basically siving hacks at the legs, trying to get something or trying to get the play of anything. Running after the ball and not kind of keeping ourselves in position. And yeah, it just didn't come, kind of thing. And when you look at it, when Moyes turns around and says, "Yeah, Liverpool played very well. Obviously, we didn't play well enough." Well, no shit, basically. Yeah, we did not play well enough whatsoever. The second goal, as he said, was a killer. I thought we were just getting going, and we were. I think we were getting back into the game. Once they got that first goal, we were kind of getting back into it. We found a little bit of a stride, but once they got the second goal, it was a no-brainer. I don't think we was coming back at all. And it was hard for the Hammers to find a stride and get something out of the game. Yeah, you got to think these are pro players. They're supposed to know how to kind of defend as well as attack, and know how to kind of counteract. And don't get me wrong, I know we're a different kind of standard to what Liverpool have with the players they've got. I mean, obviously they've got some homegrown players in there as well, but really we should have put up more of a fight. It should have been a bit more of a. I thought we should have put more of a fight up, more of a challenge than what we did. We allowed Liverpool to have too much room on the ball, and when you listen to Moyes' kind of comments and that, and to me, you're kind of looking at the fact of you're trying to find excuses, by saying we're involved in too many trophies at the moment. We're looking forward to the European quarterfinals, and at the end of the day, and that these are athletes. They should be actually winning these games or playing to a standard which we all expect. I don't think you're going to see anything different from any other club. I mean, they're still going to put an effort in, but we didn't seem to kind of put anything in. The only one that really kind of stood out for me was Kudos. He's the only player that has a bit of impetus in that. And don't get me wrong, even Ben Johnson to a certain point, he was, came in at left back. He didn't do bad at all. But again, he's being not being featured as much as he does. You can see that it kind of showed. But Kudos, yeah, at least he tried to play something. He tried to create something out of the game as well. And it's going to be a shame that obviously in January when he goes off to the AFCON, we're going to possibly lose him for about 9 games, and that's going to be a big blow because, not being funny, we've got Man United on the weekend. Where's our creativity going to come from? Yeah, he should feature for that game and possibly the game after. So hopefully we'll see him getting involved in that. But I don't know. It's going to be as long as I see. I think this transfer window that's coming up is going to be quite crucial for us. We need to, for me, we need a striker. We definitely need to make sure of that. So yeah, as we're looking at that, just going on a further comment that Moyes was saying, disappointing that overall we played against a really strong team. They were fast, competitive, positive. So why weren't we? If he's saying all these things, why weren't we doing the thing? We found it hard at the start of the game to get a foothold in it. We got in it to half time with a chance, but the second goal was such a poor goal to give away. And obviously the third and the fourth and the fifth. We've been in good form, and that tells you how well Liverpool played today. We had to give some players a rest somewhere. And yeah, it's a fair comment. We do need to rest players because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that with the Europa League, we want to do well there. We've got to make sure we push on from that kind of thing. So obviously, as you know, fixtures come thick and fast, and we have Man United at home, and that's on Saturday with a 12:30 kickoff. And then, of course, December the 28th, we go to Arsenal. So if we've had to deal with Liverpool, now we've got Man United coming up, and again, it should be a game. Hopefully, we can get something out of, considering their form. But knowing us, as we always tend to do, in that we tend to give out to teams like this, and we allow them back into the game. And then, of course, Arsenal, top of the table at the moment. I know everyone's got their kind of criticism about them, but at the end of the day, they're up there on merit. You can't knock that in that respect. I mean, at the moment, Man City's not exactly doing well in the league. Obviously, we know in the cup competitions, that's where they're kind of playing a lot better. But league form at the moment, no. But I think that will come. The second half of the season is when we seem to find City pick up and actually kind of push on from that stage there. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. I mean, we know it would have been nice to kind of progress into this cup. Actually European, a league cup itself, an English league cup, shall I say? Obviously, Europa is going to be quite important for us as well, because I think that's where he's looking to kind of push on more than anything else out of the league as well. Obviously, I did a stream a little while ago. It wasn't long. Just kind of covering on this situation, as most of us know today. The European Court of Justice, FIFA, and UEFA were found out to basically being, in certain respects, breaking EU rules. It didn't constitute EU rules, their decision to block the European Super League. So now it's kind of opened the doors slightly wide open on these respects. And so far, we've heard from Man United. They're saying that they're going to stand by UEFA and obviously the progress of European football. Read into that what you want. I mean, if you look at it, that kind of tells you that maybe they're going to kind of keep up with what they think they're with this thing going on. Barcelona, they've obviously said it's going to be great for them. This is what they want, but fans, I think, are quite divided at the moment. As I mentioned earlier, is this going to be the case of we're going to see more games being played? I mean, the way you look at it. Just to add on to that, I mean, apparently the Premier League has come out not that long ago. I think it's about 20 minutes ago, rejecting any form or concept of the European Super League. They have no intention to be involved in it. They don't really want their member clubs to be part of it as well. So as I mentioned, this is gonna carry on for a while. This is not going to go away. We're going to see more of them there. But there's a company that's helping out this European Super League, and the way they're looking at it, it's going to be totally revamped. So we're looking at an expanded Super League from the first proposal back in April 21. We're looking at 64 teams to be in this competition, with 3 tiers, and obviously with promotion and relegation involved in there as well. But they're also considering having a women's tournament as well. So obviously, they've looked at the popularity of women's football, and no doubt thought they can jump on the bandwagon, and hopefully that'll entice other clubs to say that, oh yeah, because our clubs are doing well, we'll be part of this. Time will tell. I think it's in the next couple of weeks. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this pushed on. And I think it comes down to looking at our member clubs: Liverpool, Man City, even Spurs, Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal. Are they going to also come out and give their views on this new court ruling that came out today? We knew it weren't going to go away. We knew obviously the likes of Juventus and Barcelona were definitely kind of pushing up for this to carry on. They want this European Super League to be in progress and to be formed as quickly as possible. But one thing the European courts have said, even though they find UEFA and FIFA in contempt of breaking the EU rules, it doesn't mean that the actual European Super League will actually be proposed and go through. It may not even get to that stage. So, like I said, I don't think we're going to see the end of this. All I can say at this point is, yeah, just watch this space. Watch this space. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now, folks. It's good to be back on that and doing some content. It's slow and steady. I'm just trying to find my feet again. It's been a while, but as you can see behind me, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and let's just make sure that the Hammers can find some form in the next couple of games, and we can move on from there. All I can say at this point is come in new irons, and let's hopefully we can move on from this game from last night. Take care, all. Catch you soon. Bye bye for now.